good, team, and welcome to my top 10 budget decks for August 2015 format. So without further ado, let's begin. Starting by saying this list is going to be a compilation of decks that are pretty much all about $120-ish and less. That's extra deck included. So if you got your paycheck on Friday, you probably pick the deck up and have it ready for locals on Saturday and or ready for regionals for the following day. Every deck like this is really cheap and it's really good. So yeah, let's begin. Starting off with Chicken Game Deck. Chicken Game Deck is a deck that will be good for a lot of you troll players out there, similar to Chain Burn. The whole deck is pretty much just draw, below your load for your opponent for games, burn them out. So, and it's fairly consistent. So with that being said, since Royal Magic Library didn't hit the TCG like it should have, had Chicken Game deck on this list alone. Coming in at number 9, I got Sylvan. Now, Sylvan is a deck that used to be really expensive, that went down in price, but the reason why I got Sylvan on the list is because I've seen Sylvan at locals the other day, and it can pretty much explode, still get those consistent feels of Felgrin, which is a really good card, and they can still control depending on what kind of hand they got. But with that being said, they're also rogue, so everything's not as consistent as it used to be. We don't have triple soul charge anymore, so if you open up a hand with soul charge, you're pretty much good to go. But yeah, with the explosiveness of Sylvan and with Felgrin being a big threat, I had to have Sylvan on this list at number 9. Number 8, I have Mermails. Now, Mermails is another good deck that used to be really good and expensive, now it's pretty cheap. Despite the fact that the meta has shifted to a lot of decks that can recover real fast, Mermails can still steal those OTK games out of nowhere, and with Dragoons being there too, I can honestly say Mermails will up its consistency and still be able to come fight on a smaller level. So for that reason alone, I have Mermails on this list at number 8. Coming in at number 7, I have Clownblade. Now, Clownblade, despite the fact of Laval Chain getting hit, Clownblade is still gonna be a really great deck. With Performance Trick Clown coming out in the Clash of Rebellion set, we are now allowed to use decks, so all you have to do is pretty much Performance Trick Clown, the 1000 Blade card, and pretty much gonna have and add some millions of like Lysthorn engine, or hell, if you want to add Inferno, you can add an Inferno engine and Foolish Bearer, and you pretty much got a deck that can just spam out level 4 XYZs at your own will, in addition to having the potential JD or the potential Inferno setup field. So that reason alone, I have to have Clownblade on this list at number 7, because I feel like there's gonna be so many different variants of it that you can't discredit the deck just because it got hit just a little bit. It's not gonna be amazing like it was in OCG, but with that being said, the deck is still gonna be really solid. Coming in at number 6, I got Junk Doppel. Now, Junk Doppel, like all these other decks, are gonna be really cheap. The structure deck is coming out pretty soon, $30. Pretty much got the core of the deck. All you got to really worry about is spending like maybe a good 60, maybe $50 on some solid synchros and good to go. Card prices are cheap right now, so pick those synchros up right now and you'll be good to go. Main thing you have to worry about getting is Quasar, which has been reprinted, Black Rose, which has been reprinted. The list can go on. So for those reasons alone, I feel like Junk Doppel will be a pretty good, solid deck, and especially with all the new Junk support coming out, it's gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Maybe definitely a tier 1.5. Coming in at number 5, I got Volcanics. Now, despite the fact that Volcanics not having any light shined on it since forever, the deck is still really good and really consistent. It does what it does. It blows shit up and it beats your opponent down for game. And it's really cheap. You probably could build a deck for like $60, $80, extra deck included. Despite what people believe, a lot of rank 4 cards aren't really that expensive. The Ptolemy's at most is like 7 to 8. Diamond is like 7, like everything's like 7. You can pretty much get this deck under $100. So with those reasons alone, I had to have Volcanoes on this list at number 5. Coming in at number 4, I have Ritual Beast. Now, Ritual Beast, like everything else, super cheap, came out in a hidden arsenal type of set. It proved itself at Nationals. Probably can get the whole deck for $60. The deck is really good, dirt cheap. If you're just starting the game, there's a bunch of tutorials about the deck online. And yeah, you'll be good to go. Coming in at number 3, I have Masked Heroes. Masked Heroes, you guys know it's my favorite deck, but it's also a budget deck. Buy 3 starter decks at $30. Pretty much got the core of the deck down packed. Then buy your extra deck cards, that's gonna probably run you maybe $40, $50, and you're good to go. Really simple, really cheap. Coming in at number 2, I have Yosenju. Now, Yosenju, like everything else, really cheap, really budget, consistently can fuck shit up. Now, a lot of builds that are really good run loser turns, but if you don't have a loser turn, Phoenix Chain is just fine for the time being. You still got Macrocosmos main deck, and you still have Dimensional Fisher main deck. So with that being said, you can always have a fairly budget version of Yosenju on the go, and then eventually over time you can pay $20 here, $20 there to get the loser turn to make your deck really, really good. And last but not least, I have UA because UA is one of those decks that I personally hate playing against at locals, mainly because it can just beat you. They have the one guy in the gay effects, and they have midfielder who, when he attacks, your opponent can't activate anything. The deck can really just mess you up if you don't read the cards properly, and behind the hands of a solid player, of course. So, as a recap, UA, Yosenju, Masked Heroes, Ritual Beast, Volcano, John Doppel, Clown Blade, Mermail, Sylvan, and Chicken Game deck, whatever variant of whatever version of these decks you want to play. Now I'm going to state that order does not matter on this list. So 1 is not better than 7, 8 is not better than 9. This list is just compilation of the top 10 best decks in general. So every deck has an even fighting chance of beating the meta. Now, outside of my list, for you fans of the Q&A section, Q&As, I'm moving it to once a month. And the reason for it is because I feel like I'm not accumulating a lot of views / questions like I would like to. So I feel like a month should be enough time for everyone to think of something to ask me for the Q&As. And as far as getting 50 likes on my last video, thank you guys so much for giving me the 50 likes I had requested. My local story coming soon, to give you guys a preview of what it's going to talk about. Pretty much going to be about females and locals, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, with all that being said, hope you guys enjoy my top 10 list. If you get it with a based on the search support, as always, comment down in the comment section below what you guys thought about this video at hand. And of course, I do these videos that I truly believe in helping you guys become better players, and also do these videos that I truly believe in you guys helping you become better players. This is Chris from Team Innovation signing out. Peace, guys, and stay innovative.